it was going to be difficult. It was going to be physical. It was going to be tight. The shooting wasn't there, particularly in the first half. When I looked at halftime, it was hard to believe we were 1 for 19 from three. But just kept with the process, stepped into some shots in the second half. The defense was tremendous. Maybe our second best game, other than one early on. 3 sub-20-point quarters. So the defensive belt tonight went to the entire team, which is a bit of a departure, but appropriate for the circumstance. I thought Richardson played a really great floor game and made key shots. KP stayed patient and was a huge factor offensively, even though his numbers weren't super gaudy. His screening, his rolling, his positioning on the floor makes a difference for everybody else. And then, Burke and Hardaway off the bench were terrific. These last 2 games, Burke really gave us a big lift in Orlando and here. He's kept himself ready. And so, he was terrific. And, we're just looking forward to the break.
All right, Kevin.
Hey, good evening, Coach. This is a team in the Thunder that was only allowing 9 points on the fast break this season. You guys doubled up 15-7 on them. How important was that to get out and transition on the fast break and get some easy buckets in fast break?
Yeah, it meant 2 things. It meant, number one, that we were getting some stops. And number 2, they're hard to score on in the half court. So it's essential to get it out there. And again, Richardson had a lot of plays where he came up with the ball and pushed it ahead. A couple where he got in transition, drove it, got to the free throw line. And, guys shooting 95% from the free throw line or whatever it is. So, again, it all starts with defense. If you're not getting stops, you're not going to get many fast break points. It's just not going to happen. But I thought the guys really just had a great focus on what was necessary tonight, just in terms of as a group, just staying really into it mentally at the defensive end.
Okay, Landon.
Hey, Coach. This is kind of a question dating back to the Sonics, because obviously this is used to be them. But what are your thoughts about, I guess, some of your memories of this Seattle franchise prior to moving to Oklahoma?
What does this have to do with anything? I'm just no disrespect, but are you doing a story about bringing a franchise back to Seattle?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Well, then I'll give you an answer. I really miss Seattle as a city. There was one year when I sat out between my assistant coaching with the Pacers and the first head coaching job I got with Detroit, where I did 41 games broadcasting for Seattle and spent a good bit of time out there. They have great fans. It's an amazing city. A lot of us that have been around a long time miss kind of the Seattle-Portland kind of a two-step, that happened a lot on trips, because those are 2 really, really good cities. And I know that there's great interest in having a franchise back there. I know that they would fill the building the way they used to. I remember the '79 championship team, and I got to play with Dennis Johnson for 3 years in Boston. He was one of the stars on that team. So, there aren't many people who remember the old Seattle experience that wouldn't be enthusiastically in favor of an NBA team landing there again.
Okay, and then the last one will be Skylar, and then we have Tim making his way here.
Rick, you mentioned the 1 of 19 from 3 in the first half. Did you like the looks, or did it have a little bit to do with maybe being a little out of sorts without Luka distributing and things like that?
I like the looks. Some nights you just got to keep firing them up there. Those are high value shots. We've been shooting the 3 well, particularly in the last 3.5 weeks. And, I just like the way we stuck to the process in the second half. KP, hit a couple of big ones. Richardson, I think, hit one. Hardaway and Burke hit two big ones. They were the big momentum shifters in the second half. And so you just got to stay with it. You just got to stay with it. And I was real happy for our team. You know, this is a game that they really wanted. You know, we go into the break with some momentum.
Thanks, Rick.